Welcome to the group meeting for container security. Got a really short agenda here and one item that I added last minute, so apologize for not having that in sooner. But first of all, we've got a couple new things to demo. I'll just read Alexander's here. He says the environment dropdown now only loads 20 environments at a time, so it loads an appropriate amount of time, which is awesome because that used to take forever for large projects with lots of environments. And then Alexander also says he's added a new empty state for the scan execution policy editor when a user does not have the ability to create one, which is also super helpful because the workflow there before was a little bit misleading. And third, Brian says cluster image scanning now works with the GitLab agent, and he created a great demo video of that that you can go ahead and watch. It's out on YouTube in the Protect Stage playlist if you want to find it there. So I just had one item I wanted to talk about and get some feedback on. I assume most of you probably have seen by now that the certificate connection method or GMAV2 is deprecated now. So I was thinking about it over the weekend and last night, and I realized that we're actually doing quite a bit of work to support the certificate connection method for cluster image scanning. And I'm wondering if we should just cut that work. If, I don't know how far along we are with all of it, but I'm wondering if maybe we should just not do the work for certificate connection method. There are a few areas there. One is the UI. I know we were planning to add a security tab when you're viewing a cluster with the certificate connection method. So I'm wondering if maybe we don't do that and only add that security tab for the agent connection method. Same thing with, I know there was some complexity with some of the filtering too, because we had one drop down for filters, but we wanted to have both clusters and agents in the list. And anyway, there was some complexity there. I'm starting to think that maybe we just support the GitLab agent only, especially where it's deprecated now, and don't add support for that certificate method at all. But I wanted to get the team's thoughts.
So the good thing about the certificate connection was that it was very simple to set up, like the demo effect and being able to quickly present that, oh, it's working, and you can specify the policies and so on was great. With configuring agent and so on, there's like more steps that we need to do, but at the end, we are building that so users will use it, not just to demo it and brag that we have it. So I believe we haven't started lots of things in this area. Definitely frontend was not started, and I believe we have added some items to. Actually, we're supporting the certificate connection currently. So it's working. I don't believe we have demoed it, but I believe it's working. I just need to double check. But we have it. So we can either disable it, deprecate it, but there's not so much on the backend that we can do to stop it. So because it's already done. So I believe we need to focus on adding the support for agent. I'm not sure. I believe some work has started. I know Brian has started some work in this area. So I believe that's it.
I know probably Brian and Alexander are the two people that this is most relevant for. So I'll have the same discussion async so that they can participate in, but just wanted to see if anyone else had any thoughts. I think you're right. What's already done is done, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just wondering if going forward, we probably should cut from scope any of the development work that was going to be for the certificate method, because I know we had some work planned there to make that easier to use, and it's probably not worth doing that at this point since that's going away.
Yeah, definitely separate tab, definitely like adding some things to GraphQL to be able to filter those. It was not started. So I believe all the backend work and analyzers was finished, and the engine that supports the security policies. And then everything that's related to UI and presenting the list of vulnerabilities, I don't believe we have anything right now, apart from like separate category for the vulnerability that is cluster image scanning. and that you can filter on that. But there's like nothing we can do about it. No additional work from the development point of view is needed.
Okay. Yeah, if we have not started building out that filter yet, then that's great. We'll probably just cut that from scope. All right, well, I think that's all today, unless either of you have other topics.